Hello, guys, and happy Saturday. So, this is the dress that I'm working on right now, and as you can see, it kind of got the corset back there, but the back of the dress is not connected. I just kind of did the base piece. None of this stuff is actually on there yet. So, a lot of times I'll start making a piece and start playing around and different stuff like that, and the bottom is not connected. So, I just started pleating this a little bit and just just pinning it just to see because it's going to be very long. I am going to have a side split. This is not connected. I'm for sure yet if that's the route that I want to go. I'm not 100% sure. So a lot of times I'll make the base and then I'll kind of figure out, because at first while I was going, um the dress that I kind of got inspired, it had leaves. It had some leaves. So a friend of mine, he draws really well. So my leaves is kind of looking like triangles. So um I don't know when he will have the time frame to make me some leaves. So kind of up around the top of this dress, it was like leaves going around and stuff like that. So mine's kind of, y'all see, they kind of look like triangles. I'm not for sure. Um, but it kind of was like a 3D art. So, but it was up kind of around, the going around the top of the dress. So a lot of times I get anxious and I just kind of keep going. So I have to do the interfacing in, and then so he said when he get a chance, he'll just draw me a stencil of a leaf, and then from there, I'll cut them out and I, do it myself. But I'm not really a drawer. I don't even sketch. Yeah, so I'm not a sketcher. So, and I know a leaf probably really easy to do, and I probably can go to the store and get a stencil. I probably can even order one, but sometimes I just get kind of ants in my pants and I kind of want to produce something. So I just started on the corset piece with the sheer here because the model that I saw, she had on a nice corset piece, but hers had the flowers. She had the long flowing maroon. And this fabric is a stiffer fabric, and this fabric is like it has spandex in it. So it's definitely two different fabrics, but I tried to match them as close as I could. So yeah, so it's really long, and then the back part is even longer, and then I'm gonna do a side split when I get done, but I'm kind of ruffling it together, kind of making it meet the 30-inch waistline. So I just cut two circles, and one is longer than the other one, so it gives it that kind of train effect. So one is cut one length, and the back is cut in two pieces, cut longer. So you see. So I'm just kind of playing around with it. So the back of the corset is kind of complete, but I'm just kind of playing around. So the back is open and it's going to be longer. As you can see, let's see. So, but I'm on for certain if I want to go with the flowers or if I'll just do the ruffle. So a lot of times I'll just start something and then I'll be like, you know what, just let me stop, because sometimes you get anxious and you can mess up. So the back is going to kind of be longer than the front. So, but none of this part is yet to be done. So I just pretty much just use some elastic to kind of gather it. Yeah, I wanted it to be gathered because I cut it oversized. I didn't just cut it my actual measurements because I kind of wanted it to fall with a flowiness to it. So none of this part, like the skirt, now the skirt is cut and it is, connected to the elastic. The bias piece is connected to each other with the lining and the boning, but none of this has been assembled yet because the model that I saw, she had leaves. She had beautiful leaves. She had leaves. So when I cut these, they kind of mimic triangles. But then I was like, maybe if I curve it more, or I could go to the dollar store or to Hobby Lobby and get some leaves, and then I can cut it. But it kind of was like up around the corset, like where the sheer, and then also, guys, she's not pinned on here center. So like a lot of times when I'm putting it on here, she's not. So if it look off, it's not in the center. So this is my center, and a lot of times when I'm putting it on, I just put it on there just to get it and lace up the corset, but it's not centered right. So if it look off, it is off because I didn't take the time to actually put it on the mannequin actually right. It's like on there, but it's not on there. But the model up around her corset top, she had like leaves, she had like leaves, like it was a 3D dress. And so I was thinking maybe if I can get, do the leaves and have some pretty red sparkly something, because I don't know if y'all can see this fabric. Can you see it? But this is what this fabric is like. Can you see it good? So the fabric is not that boring. It's kind of, so that's how the top base of this fabric look. So this is what I was working on today. I'm gonna stop for today, take my time and figure out if I want to do this, or if I will be patient enough to do the leaves, or y'all know me, I can do the leaves in another dress. So you don't necessarily have to be this one, because y'all know that is my big goal, that I want to do special occasion dresses and different things like that. So that is the goal that I'm working on. So it's always good to have different variety of different things. So somebody was like, with the African print dress, they was like, all of them is 3 different dresses. They was like, yes. And they was like, do you do all different sizes? No. When I'm making everything, I make it, and I make it in my size. So when I take my pictures and do my portfolio, I can actually have it on myself. To be honest, sometimes it's hard to find people to model the stuff. A lot of times people want to be paid, or, depending on how much work you put in the outfit, they would like to, keep the outfit, when a lot of these, is for your portfolio. So basically, I make all the dresses in my size. And here in Minnesota, COVID, has backed everything up. But every year, sister spokesmen do a fashion show. So pretty much what I would do, all of my stuff I made, I probably would bring like 30 different outfits with me. And I would sign up, maybe 40. And then they have the sister spokesmen have the models there. And then what I'll do, you just find models, and even if this dress probably couldn't fit them, that's why a lot of them is corset back. I can get away with pulling it up so far with the corset back, and then I can use pins, kind of like if you go to the bridal shop. Have you noticed they use those big hooks? So basically, just walking the wrong way and coming right back, take it off. So, yeah, so majority of everything is in my side, but of course, I can't walk and do all that. I don't, actually, the designers don't walk. We don't, at the end of the show, kind of like how they do, we come out and present, that is our stuff. So yes, everything that I'm making it in my size, and it's always people that's smaller than me. A lot of the girls that sign up for the modeling things, and it's I'm not for sure if these girls get paid, and it goes on our local station. I'm not for sure, but it's like a charity event, like when we do it. It's like, now people pay to come in and watch, and they have different vendors and stuff there, but we don't make anything. It's like upcoming designers where we get in and showcase ourselves. So yeah, I don't make anything from, but at the same time, I'm being able to showcase my stuff. And at one point, I joined a fashion show where I had to make clothes for 6 different people. So when you're making clothes for 6 different people, and you're making it at their size and different things like that, and it was male and female, I had to. That's why when I tell you I don't make male clothes. So, but it was leather and lace, so everything had to be made of leather and lace in this fashion show. So I entered into that, and I did that. particularly like to work with women than men because, it's to me, it's a lot more work. So, with that, you wind up with stuff like, what am I going to do with it? So I just wind up donating. So to me, I feel like that costs me a lot more money I'm putting out. And it's a charitable event, meaning I'm not making nothing. The people that put on the show, they get the door money and all that type of stuff. So I don't really like to do that. I like to already take what I already have, that's mine, that I own, and some stuff is smaller, and a lot of it is in my size, and I can find somebody that we can get it on and kind of pin it to make it work, than to me to have to go spend money. And like, what am I going to do with men stuff? You know, some of the women be different sizes, so it's like I just be like, nah. And then it would have been lingerie stuff. I just kind of pretty much, when they modeled it or whatever, I just said, y'all can just have it. So uh I don't like doing it that way. I like to recycle, use stuff like this. Won't do the lingerie stuff anymore because, like, I don't want it back. But find somebody that's either close to my size, smaller or whatever, but with it having a corset back, but depending on, certain dresses. And yeah, I kind of like doing it like that, so I can kind of get away with it. So hope you guys are having an awesome day. And to my other designers and entrepreneurs, keep going. Don't stop. Even when you get people to say bad stuff, they're not the people you're marketing to. Don't let that stop you from going. So just keep going. Keep following your dream. Take your time. Put your stuff out there. Don't always feel like you got to get approval from the internet, because a lot of times if you get caught up into that. So a lot of people's like, why did you get rid of that TikTok? Your TikTok was very popular and you had so many views and likes and all this, that, and that. Your channel was really big, but at the same time, it came with a lot of negative stuff. And then if you get caught up in those likes so much, you get up and you be expecting that. Then when you don't get it, it's a downer. Like, oh, nobody looked at my stuff today and yesterday. So it's like, I don't know. I just felt that I don't like to get attached to nothing I can't walk away from. And I did find myself feeling like I was attached to TikTok. And I didn't like that. Get up, oh my God, I gotta do a TikTok video. I gotta do a TikTok video. And it's like you get caught up in trying to do these likes till you kind of lose yourself. You kind of go overboard with some of the stuff you might do that, like a lot of times, like honestly, me dancing, I won't leave a dancing house. I'm at the age, I don't club and party anymore. So you never will see me with that behavior outside of the house. But I think that it gave people a false perception of who I was, and I contributed to that. So it's like, no, I just felt like that wasn't me. So what you see now is the me and what you get. But you guys have an awesome Saturday. And when I figure out what I'm gonna do with this, y'all know me. I'm gonna come and I'm gonna put it on and let y'all see. Have a great Saturday, and thanks for listening. Toodles.